What's going on, everybody? I'm John Brody, and welcome back to GEGGHEAD, our special collaboration with Funko Games. And as you can see, I got two very special guests, two very handsome guests with me today. We're going to be playing Fast and Furious Highway Heist. Before we get into it, how about you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Cody Walker. Cody Walker.
Cody Walker, everybody.
Yeah!
And to my left, your right, or my right, your left, whatever you want to go with.
What's up, man? I'm John Brotherton.
So we're all really good friends, you guys. We've known each other for years. We do the Game for Paul fundraiser every year, or we did before things shut down. We're also all alums of the Fast and Furious franchise. We all happen to have been part of Part 7, which, is one of my favorites, just not just because we're in it, just because it's, I think, one of the best ones. Amen. But we've got the Fast and Furious board game here, courtesy of Funko Games. And, what do friends who've known each other a long time, where we're complete nerds, at least I'm a nerd, do when there's nothing else going on? We play a board game together, right? Yeah.
That's what's up.
And if we're gonna do it, we might as well go with the Fast and the Furious. Now, there are 3 scenarios that come with this. If you watched our unboxing video, you will see that we kind of went a little bit into detail on that. For this one, we were going with Fast and Furious 6, the tank assault. Just like Ludacris said, guys, they got a tank. How's that? That was pretty good, right? So we're doing the Part 6 scenario. There are also a semi-heist. There is also a chopper heist. We are doing the tank scenario for 2 reasons. One, because it's fun to say that there's a tank, but also because the instructions, if you're trying to follow along, they suggest you start with the tank scenario. So if you're trying to learn the game along with us, we're gonna hopefully help you out because that's what the instructions tell you.
I love this is a co-op. I've never played a board game like this in a co-op situation, right?
Yeah,
it's a really interesting setup. I think it's really cool. It's got a team thing going on.
We're working together or not. If you play with like my friend named John Macaulay Culkin, he may try to kill you instead. You think it's a co-op, but somehow Macaulay finds a way to kill you. So I think we're all in it together here, but
let's do it. We got to take down who? Owen Shaw here?
I got to take down Owen Shaw and all the doppelgangers, kind of the Bizarro. Remember there was like the Bizarro Brian, the Bizarro Dom, the Bizarro Hobbs. Mm-hmm. We're basically taking them all down.
They're on these SUVs right here, right?
They're on these SUVs. I'm going to say Owen Shaw's probably in the tank, because that's probably where he would be. Yeah. So before we get into it, there's these things called stunt cards. So stunt cards, they have an action here where we can basically inflict damage on the tank. Because the whole point is we want to take it from this 10 energy down to 0. We got to take this tank out, otherwise everyone dies. There's no Part 7, which means we won't exist.
So this is our objective, is to get this off the board, correct?
Correct. So and
it's
there's
like a health bar.
There's a lot at stake here, man. And and Brian Kirk, shout out to Brian Kirk, the lead designer. It's like a badge of honor when game designers create a scenario that we can't beat. So we don't want to give them bragging rights on the thing. We want to win this.
We got to take this tank down.
And like I said, if we don't win, there's no Part 7. That means there's no us. There's no Shepard. One of my favorite characters. The one you play.
Appreciate that.
That means James Wan isn't directing Part 7. Yeah, you look good though, man. This is Shepard in retirement.
This is Shepard in retirement. Yeah, well, I'm about to be a demon slayer next month, so it's all getting messy.
Hell yeah.
That's a different story, but
I love it. So with these stunt cards, these are basically actions we can take with prerequisites on there to inflict damage on the tank. So it comes with 9. Now Brian Kirk, the lead designer, did tell me that you should take one of the level 1s out and one of the level 2s out for standard difficulty. So I think we're good for standard difficulty, right? We don't do. I'm gonna go even crazier. No, I'm going crazier. Brian Kirk, not to name names, not to call people out. We're gonna go with 6 cards, 6 stunt cards. That means we have less chances to win because once we get to the level 3 stunt card, which is the kill shot, these stunt cards move every time we finish a round. A round meaning every time we've all taken a turn. Once this stunt card is off the board, this level 3, we lose. So less stunt cards means less chances for us to make the kill shot, but I think we're up for it. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
And I get the sense that everything's moving sort of right to left on the board, and is that to sort of mirror the fact that we're supposed to be driving along a freeway and things are
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, see that you guys are professionals. You guys know what's going on. So to start off the game, we have our first stunt card flipped over. So these look at these boost icons, which we'll also get into in terms of the rules. That's the number of times you can run a stunt. So say you did this right away. Now this stunt is not available to do because you already did it once. Sometimes they'll have 2, they may have 3. So keep in mind how many of these are on there. So gameplay, we take 2 actions each. As you see on your card, you can drive, you can ram an enemy SUV, you can leap, you can brawl. you're probably looking at your character cards and you got these green circles with a number in it.
Yep.
So that's the number you have to hit to successfully do this task. So if you were trying to ram an enemy SUV, which needs a 3, you look at this little speedometer icon, you want to look at your speed rating. So if I'm Han Solo, I never thought I'd be able to get to say that, but I'm Han Solo, I have a speed of 4, you're Dominic Toretto, you've got speed of 5, and you're Brian, you got a speed of 4. So the number you have is the number of skill dice you get to roll. And I'll talk more through this as we actually go through the round and I go through my turn. I don't want to spend too much time on the rules, but basically you're gonna roll against that. And
you rolled the amount of dice that your little icons show.
Correct, and you want to at least match or better this number in the green circle. Now, these little boost tokens, what they can do is, so in this case, I did this little practice roll and these boost token icons came up. See, I didn't get the 3, so I didn't succeed in ramming this SUV, but there are 3 of these icons, so after you roll, you can put your boost token down, and for each of these icons, you count that as 1. So my 1 actually just became 4, and that means I succeeded this roll. So that's how the boost tokens work. Feel free to ask me questions.
So yeah, real quick.
So this counts as 1 in itself, and then it counted the ones without the green dots.
Yes.
So thus becoming 4.
So if you didn't use this, essentially you only have
1, and you would have failed the roll.
So this brings these guys into play
100%.
and
yep.
adds another
And
one.
itself.
Correct. So that's exactly what that does. So it does exactly what you think, what it sounds like. It boosts your skill.
Nitrous.
Yes, exactly. So
Get in the juice.
the follow-up question to that, which would be a good question, is can we use our boost to help a teammate out? Yes, you can, but with a catch. What you have to do is you have to call it out beforehand. So if Brian's doing a defense roll, Brian's doing a defense roll.
I only got 1, man.
He's only got 1 dice. We got to help him out. So we say, hey, we're helping you out. I'm doing 1 boost, and maybe John's going to do a boost. For every boost that we call out, you get 2 additional dice to improve your odds.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then my 1, 5.
So you would get 5.
And the maximum you can do is 5.
Maximum you can do is 5, correct. So it is a bit of a gamble because there are blank sides to this dice. So you may be because I'm trying not to swear on here, and you might get a 0 anyway. So it's a gamble on us too because we may be losing
Now,
a boost token.
can you replenish your boost codes?
Yes, you can. So you can do that as part of your action. So you take 2 actions, which is either drive, brawl, leap. We kind of went through that. So say first you want to move spaces, and maybe you're out of boost tokens. As your second action, you can go to the bank and take a boost token to be ready for next round. So
Okay.
I think we're pretty good here. I think we're going to learn as we go. So I'm going to get things started right away. So I'm going to do my first action.
And this is the bad guy dice.
This is the enemy dice, which you roll after your turn, which I will demonstrate pretty much right now. So I'm going to go first. And also an important thing to know is even though I'm going first in round 1, we don't have to hold that order for each round. So if we're in a position, if John's in a position or Cody's in a position to do something at the beginning of next round, then we should kind of reconvene and go, hey, Cody's in a position to take out the tank. Let's let him go first in the next round. So we can always decide that once the round ends. So without further ado, I'm gonna get things started. So I'm in the exotic supercar. And so that means that combined with Han's speed rating, I can move 4 spaces. So that's the amount of spaces you can move when you drive. So I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna go for it right away. I'm gonna try to ram this enemy SUV and try to take this thing out and cause a wreck.
Because that would be your 4th, is that right? It'd be 1, 2, 3, and then 4 diagonally?
So you can use up to that much, but it's my understanding that even if you have 4, if you only want to move 3, you can move 3. Okay. So that's the way I'm interpreting it. Brian Kirk, if I got it wrong, like I said, I might have messed some stuff up, but that's what I'm gonna do for now. So what I'm gonna do, I have a speed rating of 4. So I'm gonna roll my skill dice to see if I can ram this enemy SUV. Okay, so you know what? Right away, I'm gonna use my boost token because I rolled a 1 over these 2 boost icons, using my boost. So that means I did roll a 3, that means I did succeed, and that means this SUV becomes a wreck. So I think we're doing pretty good so far.
Awesome.
All right, who wants to go next?
Wait, does the enemy know?
Oh, the enemy has to go now. I'm sorry. See, I'm messing things up already. Look at that.
You're on it, man.
John knows it better than me. He's gonna be sitting in my chair halfway through this game. So for every attack, there's of course a counter attack. You know, Owen, Sean, and his gang, they're not gonna just sit there and take, there's this stuff happening. So
It'll be an exciting movie.
So let's see what happens.
Reaction.
Okay, so what we have here, we got the little enemy SUV icon. So if you look at our cheat sheet here, each enemy SUV either slams into an adjacent player None of us are adjacent to SUVs right now, so we're safe.
Because this one's inoperable?
Yes.
So he doesn't count in this situation.
Does not count because I already wrecked it. Or moves one space towards the active player, which that doesn't happen either because I already took this one out. So we actually we kind of dodged the bullet here. Nothing really happened. So that's a pretty solid enemy dice roll.
Because you're the only active car? Mm-hmm. And we're not active yet?
You're not active yet. The active player is the one that did the actions.
Oh, okay. The active player is the one within that turn.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Correct.
That's a good start.
Yeah, not bad.
Go ahead, John.
Okay, so...
All right, Dominic. Hey, I need like a bag of chips. I need to be eating all the time like Han. You know? Like to really like...
Okay, so I have to choose what I want to do first, is that right?
Yes.
So right now I need to move onto the board, right?
Yeah, so you, I would suggest you would you should probably try to ram this enemy SUV as well.
Now, why does this guy have a little token inside and this guy did not?
Great question. So these are enemy pegs. So the way it's set up is two of these have kind of enemies on top of the cars. Okay. You know, it's Owen Shaw. He's got, his bad guys are crazy. So they're gonna, so what would happen is, once you ram this, I'll explain what happens to that enemy peg.
Great.
And what you
can be Fast and Furious if dudes weren't standing on cars.
It's true.
Right.
It's true. It's very...
You'll be a guy in this tank soon enough, right?
Oh yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
So now I have a 5 speed rating, my combination of Dom and this American muscle car here. So that means I roll 5 of these to start my turn, or do I?
You don't need to roll to move, but that does just count as an
right,
action.
no roll needed to drive. So then I can move 5 spaces anywhere I want.
So
right?
Yeah. So I would
1,
move
2, and then boom.
Yeah. So you can stop it there, and now this is where you roll all 5 of your skill dice.
Okay.
And you got to get a 3.
Now, what would stop me from going right after the tank?
Nothing really, but you're not gonna. It's early, so I mean, if you're feeling like really daring,
I'm just. Is it tougher to hit the tank right away? Like, what's the?
Well, you know, that's what these stunt cards are for. So the stunt cards are really what are going to dictate what you can do to the tanks. For this one, it's called chain reaction. And if you look on the chart here, you have to have. See, these SUVs would have to be lined up like so, and you'd have to be lined up here in order for you to inflict this action. So you can go after the tank, but you won't be able to do any damage, unfortunately.
Okay.
And if anything, it might do damage to you because there is.
So that answers my question. I can't just roll up to the tank and do damage yet.
Not yet.
There has to be another force.
Yes, that's why you want to keep a close eye on these stunt cards to see if you meet those requirements.
So roll 5, see what happens. All right, so I got 5 boosts. Well, I got 2, right? Is that the idea? I got 2 boosts. So if I want to use my boost, I would get 5?
Yes. So I would suggest you do use that boost because then that means we will get another wreck on this SUV.
Seems like a good use of the boost.
Because how many do you need to actually wreck the SUV?
You need 3, but as long as you match it or better.
So right now, if I didn't use a boost, I would have 2.
And you would have failed, yes.
Okay, so I use my boost. And that gives me 5, what happens to the peg?
So the peg, this becomes a wreck here. The peg now goes on top of your car as an act of desperation.
Okay.
This bad guy
leaps through the air.
This bad guy who might sound exactly like Mark Wahlberg when he's in trouble, going, "What? What's going on here? You blew up my SUV? What's going on? So what? You a tank over that? What's the mother for me?" So that's what's going on. He's on top of your car right now.
Very confused.
Yes, he's very confused, asking a bunch of questions. So I may suggest you go first at the beginning of round 1 because there is an action called shake, which you would do a skill roll for, which means you can shake this enemy off your car because sometimes an enemy dice may roll that could activate this and might potentially inflict damage on your vehicle. So keep that in mind.
Okay, so real quick, you take up to 2 actions on your turn.
Yes.
But you don't have to take 2 actions?
No, you do take 2 actions.
You always take 2 actions. Okay, so my first action was actually moving my piece and my second action was rolling the dice. Is that correct?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay,
and now
I roll enemy dice.
Enemy die.
Okay, I got a south with a little skull.
Okay, so that means that the tank moves 1 space south. So tank's gonna move down here.
Okay.
Nothing happens, but if this wreck were, say, right here, and the tank hit it, then the tank would get 1 damage on it. But unfortunately, there is no, we're just 1 space off, so far the tank is at full strength.
Okay, and my guy's just flying on my hood right now.
And the guy's just flying on your hood, and Mark Wahlberg's there still going, "What?
Sounds good.
What's going on? It's windy out, guys, come on, it's cold." And
my turn.
Cody's turn.
All right.
So
firstly, I can drive without a roll needed, or I can leap.
You can leap, yeah.
And leap is my athletics, but I'm not gonna be leap. Could I leap onto John's car and throw that guy off the hood?
You could do that. It's a little early, so you maybe don't need to do that move right away, but you could. That would count. You can go here, and then you can do what's called a brawl, which is...
It's a little risky though.
Yeah, I mean, it's early. It's the first round.
Because I don't want to leave the car behind.
I mean, if
as the car would move back a space without a driver in it.
This is true, yeah. So
I'm not gonna do that.
So you can, I guess take up to 2 actions. So I guess you don't have to take both actions. So
wait, what's your brawl? What if I kicked you a boost?
My brawl is 2.
So you got 2 athletics, and you got to get it 2.
Oh, I need 2. My athletics is a 3.
So you roll 3 dice to brawl this guy. So your odds are pretty good to take this guy out.
I mean, we're playing the game. If we're gonna play the game,
you want to go big?
That was my initial reaction.
All right, let's go. So we're
Get
gonna
him off my hood.
So leave.
I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
So Brian O'Connor. What's up?
So he left
Mark?
his car behind. Is just ghosting.
It's just ghosting. It'll
Okay.
move back 1 space at the end of the round, but he can always make his way back somehow.
Yeah, for
hopefully.
sure. It's happening.
So you got
So I get to roll 2. No, I get to roll 3.
3 dice, and you got to get a 2 or better with your 3 dice.
Okay, put those aside.
Now we're getting into the gameplay. Okay.
He got it. Okay. So you got a 3. You got a 3. So you are successful in defeating this enemy peg. So this bro. So Marky Mark's going. Oh, what? What's going on? Oh, we're going over there. Sandy motherfucker. It's like you already said that, Mark. Okay, we did. We already told her your mother. Whatever. Okay.
Later.
Cool. So now you helped. You helped him out, so you can actually use 1 more action to jump back.
Let me ask you this real quick. What sort of negative effect on us would this guy have ever had?
So if we were to roll the enemy dice and say this little icon popped up, this little walking man, that means that enemy peg would have been activated and could potentially inflict, I believe it's 2 damage on you, which you would have to roll a defense, do a defense roll against. So could be nothing, but could be 2 damage. So it's better to just get rid of him right away.
He's gone.
So you do have the option, since your leap doesn't count.
Appreciate that.
I got you.
Now you're on the hood.
Now I'm on the hood.
Now we're in the middle of a
But
fast
I just
movie.
used my first thing. Now I have another one.
You can jump back into your car.
And I can leap without a roll needed, and I can leap because I got hops, dude. I got 3.
So now Brian is back in his car. No harm, no foul.
Ghost the import tuner car.
Look at that.
Kick that guy off your hood and jump back.
Backflipped, landed inside. We're back in action.
Oh man.
2 SUVs down.
That was impressive.
1 peg's out.
So that is a great start to the game, I would say right here. So
that concluded 1 full round, so that's why this happened.
Yes, so 1 full round. So as road maintenance, because we're on a highway, we're moving forward. These wrecks move back 4 spaces. Everything's here, so
only wrecks move back 4 spaces.
Yes, or unmanned vehicle. Unmanned vehicle. So say Cody didn't get back in his car, then if he stayed on your car, then his car would have gone back 1 space.
1 space. Unmanned vehicles 1 space. Wrecked vehicles 4 spaces.
Yes, correct.
Unmanned's ghosting. Wrecks.
Yes.
Still okay. Hey.
So my car's coasting.
Totally.
Totally dead stop.
So cruise control. It's a Tesla. It's self-drive.
You're on autopilot.
So the Tej is probably controlling
For
it.
sure.
Yeah.
It's just this counts as 1. This counts as 1. This counts as 1. So yeah, I think you would come here, and then me and you can line up like this. Your speed rating, I think we're about the same speed rating.
Same speed.
So I'll go for you, and I'll come here, like this, and then you can come up behind me, and then your second action can be.
And when does this get activated? Once you guys are in that position?
Yes, once we're in this position, we are eligible to make this this thing happen.
Okay.
So you're eligible, but then when does it actually? How do you make it happen?
It would be one of your actions on your turn.
Gotcha.
So like the first action may be Cody moving here. Second action would be the stun.
Okay. All right. So I am going to move with my 5. 1, 2.
You got that fast car, man.
3.
Are you granny shifting instead of double clutching? Which is
that's right.
I'm sorry, that line does not mean anything in the car. Like, that doesn't mean anything. I thought it did when I was 16. I'm like, hey, okay. And then the car expert told me.
Everyone repeats it though.
I know.
Hey, man, I know.
Mission accomplished.
To Vin's credit, he committed to that line and made it sound cool.
Rubbing is racing. We all meanwhile, no one's trying to hit each other on the road, but come on.
So you get to roll your 5 dice.
So I'm going to stay there and attack him, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I roll 5 again. And I got a 2 essentially with this extra boost.
So you may want to just boost it just so you succeed.
This is to ram enemy SUV. I need 3.
Yes.
Should I give him one? Because
We
You
had
had
to
to do that. You had it in advance.
Darn it. All right.
So I will ram him, which flips him, correct?
Yes.
Okay, successfully flips him.
Yeah.
And then
If this was a Zack Snyder cut, it would be like. This would be a 10-minute car flip. It released the Zack Snyder cut of Fast and Furious. It'll be a 4-hour.
well, in the James 1, we'd be rotating here, and then coming around here, and then going through the windshield, and then seeing the guy's face. Okay.
And then camera handoff into the car, so we get the inside of the car.
Exactly. Then out the exhaust,
Yeah.
and onto Brian on top of my car.
What we're saying is that James Wan's a genius, is what we're saying.
Yes, for the record. Okay, so then my next part would be roll the enemy.
Yes, sir.
So I got a little car icon, or the SUV icon.
So nothing happens to you here because you already wrecked this. If anything, this car just moves 1 space towards us.
So
actually,
only the cars that are upright, or the SUVs that are still upright, all move one direction.
only towards the active player, so I guess this one would just move here towards you. And
Right.
But that's all that happens. Nothing, no harm, no foul.
One space towards the active player.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
So
All right.
I'm gonna go next. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my action here to get myself in position
Setting
for
up the leapfrog.
We're setting up the leapfrog to hopefully take this tank down at least 1 notch. So I'm gonna set Cody up to get right behind me and hopefully pull this thing off.
All right. So are you done?
I'm done.
That's it.
So I gotta roll my enemy dice.
Okay.
Okay, so this enemy peg just activated on here. So it brawls. Each enemy peg either damages a player vehicle if it's on it, which that's not the case now. It brawls a player peg.
Because
Yeah,
you took them out.
that's right. But there's the catch. Now this one is actually on your car because it needs to leap from 1 to whatever player vehicle is
To
closest.
the nearest, okay.
But you're Dominic Toretto. You can take this guy out. I think you're
You know how
fine.
to take care of that.
First
Yeah.
time that someone's been on my hood.
Yeah.
Come
Other than
on.
that. And that is the end of my turn. So now Cody.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead before I roll and get into position because I can do that.
So you
without
want
rolling.
to get right behind me.
4. 1, 2. Okay, right there.
So we're in position for the leapfrog stunt, which we can do twice. So
Okay.
4 dice, we got to get a 3 or better.
I get 4 because of the speed icon.
Yes, sir.
And I have 4 here, and then I need to get 3 or better.
3 or better. I think you can do it, man. Do you want me to boost you beforehand, just in case? That gives you
Can I boost myself?
You can boost it after your roll, but I can improve your odds by boosting you and give you 1 additional dice, which I don't mind doing because I can always get another boost token.
What do you think? Best strategy. I don't want to deplete your boost. I still have 2.
I'll get another. We pull this off. I'll get another one next round. So
Okay.
I'm gonna boost you.
Okay.
Then you get 5 dice,
Okay.
and then you can also boost yourself.
I need to get 3.
Doesn't
Come
matter.
on.
I get 3 or better.
This is what it's all about.
That's true. 3.
3. We got it.
Okay.
So leapfrog is successful. Owen Shaw's like, what's going on? I forgot what Owen Shaw kind of sounds like. What's going on here? I'm gonna tell my brother who looks just like a guy from Snatch. So basically, we're gonna take him down a notch. We inflicted 1 damage, so take that, tank, because you are down 1 and that much closer to being taken off the road. So well done. We can only do this stunt 1 more time, so maybe we'll try to do it again next round because it's kind of there.
Maximum 2.
Maximum of 2, but we might as well just kind of
And you
utilize
can
it.
leave
Definitely.
everyone in place to do that again, correct?
Yeah, we can do
Great.
that. So,
Okay.
so that is the end of your turn. Now you got to roll your enemy dice and see what their Owen Shaw's counterattack is. So enemy SUV, this one just moves closer to, well, the active player. Well, this one can't move, so it actually, the active player is Cody, so it actually move on a diagonal here,
get
1
closer.
space closer
Okay.
to us. So that is the end of round 2. This is going by pretty quick. And we're gonna put this one
Now,
up.
are these supposed to be in order of level? I've noticed you've
Yes.
gone from level 1, so you have to set them in the order from level 1 to 3.
Correct, because
Right.
if we started with the level 3 stunt on the first
Yeah.
round, then technically we could win in the first round. That'd be a really quick game, but it's already going by pretty quick from what I can see. So, John, I think you should go first and maybe shake this guy off of your car.
The shake, okay, is 2,
And
and I have 1.
you have,
Should I move first? Do I need to get in position before I do that? You know what I'm gonna do? Never mind. I'm going to do it in place, and then I'm going to take a boost as my second turn.
The other thing you can do is also, your athletics is pretty good, I guess. No, actually not that great, huh?
2.
So that's a 2.
Why? What were you suggesting?
Well, you could either leap out of your car and then brawl him, or the shake, you need the same thing. So your control, you only have a 1 for control, huh?
That's okay. Oh, but I wouldn't be able to get it on 1.
You won't be able
to. There's 1 dice that has a double.
Yes, but it's a bit of a gamble.
That's a real gamble.
So you might want to improve your odds, or Cody can boost you and give you 3 dice to hopefully get that 2.
Yeah, if you want to do that.
So should I move my character for a potential
position
stun card
first
before I do anything?
Let's see what we can do here. I mean, we're already in position for the leapfrog.
You guys are in position for that. So really the only thing I should be doing is trying to shake him off.
I think so. You want to get him off your car, because if you roll your enemy dice and you roll the enemy peg icon, that means 2 damage is inflicted on you unless you roll a good defense roll.
Now, can I use a leap to get out of my car and be on top?
Yes.
So if I did that, then I would have an easier time fighting him. Is that correct?
Correct. So you can leap on the top of your car and brawl him and then roll the 2 skill dice.
But that would take 2 actions, right?
It would take 2 actions.
So I wouldn't be able to pull that. So yeah.
But Cody could also boost you before your roll. He's still got his 2.
Yeah.
And that would give me 3 dice to try to get 2?
Yes.
Should we do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, actually, it would give you, for each of these, you get 2 more dice. So if you leap out of here and want to brawl, then you would get 4 dice, which would actually improve your odds. So for each of these, if we boost you, you get 2 additional dice, which improves your odds.
Yes.
So leap out first.
So you should leap out first. So let's go.
So I'm outside. I'm on top of the American muscle car.
It's like, I'm not Groot. What? I mean, what?
And then you give me a boost.
Or you roll.
Gives you a boost.
And then that gives me
You will get 4 dice.
You get 2 additional.
2 additional.
Right here.
And I have 2.
Yeah, so this goes in the bank here.
And I need what?
2.
I
You need a
need
2. You need a 2 to
need a
brawl
2.
this guy and get him off your car.
Oh,
so you got a 3. You killed it without it. So this guy is gone.
He's gone.
Oh, it sounds like Nick Kish. It's real cool of you to do that to me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You ever see Vampires Kiss? It's a good movie. So that's what happened there. Yeah, Owen Shaw is a really diverse crew here. Right?
I love it. I love it. So now, do I need to address the fact that I'm ghosting and I'm on top of this now?
No,
Will my car move 1 back at the end of this round?
No, because you're on top of your own car. So you can use a leap action to get back into your car at the top of the next round.
Okay.
So I think you're good there. I think we should try the leapfrog again.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think in position we can do it only 1 more time. So let's do it.
So what I'm going to do is, for my action, I'm actually going to take a boost token, just so maybe I can improve your odds on doing this leapfrog thing, and going to roll my enemy die and see what happens. Okay. This tank moves. No.
It's going north.
Okay, it's going north. Okay.
Bad.
Back to where you started, basically.
So unfortunately, well, I guess no. We're still in position. This is good. We're still in position to take out this tank. So, Cody, is now your turn. Do you want to take a boost as one of your actions before you
should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you go here, and let's try to go for.
And so then for
4 dice.
rolling 4 again.
So I'm gonna just go crazy. I'm gonna boost you again, so you can roll 5 dice because I really want to take this tank out.
Okay.
So let's go 5 dice. Just get that
And
3.
then you get 3.
Oh.
Run.
Now
You can use your boost.
use a boost, and then you get 4, right?
Yes.
Because it.
Activated.
Oh, look at that.
There we go.
Did it again.
Hit with the juice.
Leapfrog. Got that out. 1 more damage down. 1 step closer to taking this tank off the road. Well done. Well done.
Now, does this get flipped? Since we used it twice, how does that work?
This one would get flipped. So now we know we can't use a stunt car. I know. Are you sure you're not the designer of the game? I mean, Brian Kirk, he's coming for your job, man. Again, not to name names, but.
All right, we are rolling now, guys.
You got to roll your enemy dice then. So hopefully you don't roll that same icon, otherwise John's gonna have to play a little defense. This is where the game gets interesting.
That's getting exciting.
So
That's
the
right.
game gets interesting.
Sitting on the hood.
Okay.
Okay, enemy SUV.
Coming at you 1. So he's just moving here.
Just moving. If the diagonal's available, then they would move right here.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, because this guy's technically.
Yes.
Okay.
We might have just set that SUV up to get.
Oh, he's about to
Oh,
get
yeah.
smashed.
so that's not
Yeah,
terrible.
well, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go first in round 3 because I'm gonna take this guy out right
So
away.
to finish business, because we just now technically finished round 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
These guys would come off the board.
Yes, so these come off
They
the
would
board.
move 4 spaces.
Yeah, and can they come back at any point?
Yes. That same icon I just rolled.
Yep.
If there are none on the board, you insert a new one.
Yeah.
Okay, only if there's none on the board.
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
And there's also the enemy cards, which we haven't encountered that yet. But if an enemy icon
Actually,
popped
if
up,
there is none and you roll that, you place an enemy SUV directly behind each player.
Oh, so they all come
So
back.
you get
Yeah.
3.
3 come back.
Yeah.
they always come back.
In
somehow.
this scenario, it'd be
And then I just move this guy 4.
Yes.
Right?
So
And then that's the end of business after the round, because
Yeah.
none of us. Wait, my car, I'm okay, even though I'm not driving.
you're okay because you're still
I got a
on your
toe in
car. No, you're good. You know, we're good. But we're running low on stunt cards here, guys. So we gotta
we got a lot of
We gotta do this
damage
thing.
to do.
So, okay, let's get you back into your car. What we can do? Oh, you know, I forgot. You got to re-roll one of your dice. Remember, if you have a roll you don't like, that's your special power. So some of us have special powers.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
Big.
but
That's
let's
big to remember. That's almost like a boost card in your back
What
pocket.
was yours?
Mine? My special power? If I don't like the roll, I can take 1 dice and re-roll it. That's a big one.
So I'm gonna go first because I'm gonna ram this enemy SUV. First and foremost, I'm gonna try to make this a wreck and hopefully roll that south thing. So maybe we can inflict a little more damage. So.
Hold on, and then is there anything we should be setting up? What's this?
So you are potentially in position to do this sacrifice fly stunt, which would do 1 damage to this tank,
So in my turn, in theory, I can move 1 space
and then go for the
and then go
sacrifice
for it,
fly.
right?
Yeah. And you're already outside of your car, so we're getting a little loosey-goosey with the rules. That's in the Midwest saying, but that's okay. I mean, it's our first time out, you know. I mean, hopefully they won't give us a hard time.
I think I
We're
should
running
probably.
out of cards.
Do you want to go first to try to do that?
Well, I think I should stock up on a boost as well.
I think you
right?
should definitely do that. Yeah.
So
Yeah, none.
that should be one of mine, and then I'll get in position,
Okay.
and then next turn have a boost. Right? Wouldn't that be smarter?
Yeah, and I'm gonna grab a boost too, because what I'm gonna try to do is ram this enemy SUV, and I'll also grab a boost. So
Okay.
I don't think you're gonna need one because this is based on your speed rating. You already have one of 5, so you will have the maximum dice once you're in position.
No, that's control,
Well, that's control.
which I only have 1 of.
Ooh, then we're definitely gonna have to boost you up a little bit, man.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move here as 1, and then take a boost as 1. Correct?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And then let's roll your.
And I'm okay hanging out on my trunk.
You are okay hanging on your trunk.
Great.
It's okay with me. We'll see if it's okay with Brian Kirk.
Okay.
Okay.
Coming 1 towards me, right?
Towards you, so. All right, well, there goes that.
Well, you can still ram me, right? I mean, ram him, right?
Yes, I can. So I'm gonna figure that out right now. So I'm gonna go now. So my first action will be, I'm gonna go 1, 2, and I'm gonna try to ram this guy.
Smart. So you're out of harm's way of the tank if
If you were to
to.
move 1 south.
So I'm gonna go. I get 4 of these. You need a 3.
1, 2.
I failed, guys.
I'll give you 1.
You had to do that beforehand,
Yeah,
though.
beforehand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do
what's
it.
your special power?
Whenever you take a drive action, after you end your movement, you may swap positions with an adjacent enemy SUV. I'm not going to do that here, so nothing happened to me. Unfortunately, I didn't wreck this SUV, but I still got to roll this enemy dice. So it was bound to happen. We're bound to have a failed
Get
roll.
south. Take out that SUV.
Oh!
You did it!
Boom!
That's
So, and it's getting a little closer to me. I'm like, okay, guys, it's getting a little crazy. It's getting a little crazy here.
And
1 damage.
Yes, and 1 damage.
meant to do that.
Now, at what point
and
did
we
we
didn't
take
waste
damage?
a boost token.
If there's an enemy peg on top of your car, or if the tank runs into you, but every time damage comes to you, you get to do what's called a defense roll. So you look at your defense rating, you got 4, which means you get to roll 4 against whatever damage they're trying to inflict on you. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 3. It all just kind of depends on what the action is, whether it's enemy peg or the tank or the SUV. But that's pretty much what happens.
So this would be like almost if you go to here, your character is gone.
No, your car is gone. That just means you have to find like another vehicle to latch
Gotcha.
onto. Yes.
But chances are you're going to run out of stunt cars before this happens.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, we're doing
Hopefully,
pretty
yeah.
good right now.
Okay.
So I think we're good there. Cody.
Me.
Yep.
Okay.
So you got a speed of 4.
I can leap without using a
1,
turn.
2.
Does that do anything?
You know what you can do? you can get, I think
That's my special ability.
Yeah, so you can actually get yourself in position for the sacrifice fly here, because 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces in front of the tank, and it doesn't take an action for you to leap, because I believe in this one, no, your manned vehicle is in front of the car. So you can actually move here and attempt this.
Because you probably have good control.
He's got 4 controls.
Yeah, you've
so
got
I think
control. I don't. I have 1 control.
so.
Okay.
That would get another damage on the tank.
Okay, let's do that.
So let's go. I'll move it for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now you are in position for the sacrifice fly.
And now, if one of us were to use one of these, that would just give him 1 extra, because there's.
It would give him 5. It would give him the max probability to do it. So if you want to boost it now, you can. But I feel like you should hang on to yours.
Okay.
I think.
I have one too.
So you have one in case.
Activate
Yeah.
if need be.
If need be.
I'm rolling 4. I need 3.
Yep.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Shoot.
Oh,
But you
but
need
you have
3,
a
so
boost.
if you boost,
That gives me 2.
Boost up. We
you
boosted it.
get your 3.
So the sacrifice fly was successful. So that is 1 more damage on the tank. Owen's shot's getting more man. It's like, oh my God, where's my brother when I need him? And we tell him he doesn't show up till part 7. It's like, oh, crikey, okay. Or whatever.
Crikey, you just got Australian.
No, all of a sudden I changed nationality. And then
So
And
that
now-
concludes that round, right?
enemy dice
Enemy
first.
dice.
Okay.
I know.
Can't re-roll what you just did.
Okay, so there are no SUVs on the road, but that just means that 1 goes here, 1 goes here, and since there's not a space directly
We don't
behind
put it.
you, I guess we just don't. So I'm just gonna leave it there because there's a tank there, so that's all we can do. But that's okay. So that is the end of this round. We move this down, we'll flip
the
that stun
card.
card over.
This kind of comes off, right? Because that was more than 4.
Was that more than 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's here. 1, 2, 3, go.
All right, so that SUV is gone.
Okay.
This is stop hitting yourself.
So we're down to almost our last stun cards here. So we really got to move, but I think we're doing pretty good. I think we're gonna be all
And this
right.
one won't actually inflict anything on the tank.
No, it's just
So,
the grappling
okay.
hook. Unfortunately, is that's good for like the movie trailer sort of thing.
Yep.
I don't think it actually does anything to the tank.
Okay.
Okay, so this one here, the player
And
peg.
this is a good position because we just got him tight with us.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is
that's
the worst
right.
thing ever. So cause an enemy SUV to swerve into the tank.
Ooh,
your
yeah.
player peg, so you need to get your guy on top of the hood of one of these things, one of the cars. Your player peg is on top of any enemy SUV that's within 2 spaces of the tank. We got 2 right there. So you need to get 2 athletics.
Okay.
Tank will take 1 damage if you're successfully doing it. Remove the enemy SUV and place your player peg on top of the tank.
Okay.
If both slots on the tank are occupied, place your player peg on top of the nearest vehicle to the tank with an available slot. We are nice and tight for this,
Okay,
boys.
perfect. So what I'm
This is
gonna
not
do,
bad.
so I'm gonna leap out of my car. This might be the end of my supercar, but you know what? We gotta take this tank out. I'm gonna leap onto here, and then I'm gonna try to do this this thing. Oh, my athletics is only 2.
I'm a 2. What are you?
I'm a
I've
2.
got 4.
You've got
No, I've
4.
got 3. Sorry, 3.
Ooh, that's tough. And I need to roll a 2 at least. And I don't want you to burn your booster if you don't need to. Oh man, this is tough.
So it's better if the 2 of us do it because I
Yes.
have a boost and you're more athletic.
And I can leap on my turn for free.
This is
So
true.
it's probably you're probably best
You know-
getting a boost, like taking this turn to like.
Here's what
take
I'm
your
gonna
medicine,
here's
right?
what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna drive since I got a speed of 4. I'm gonna get out of the way so that I can put you in position to kind of come back here.
Okay.
And then John's in position to take this SUV out. So maybe we can do a double hit here.
And you get a boost.
I will get a boost here in case I need to boost one of you.
But I can't you're gonna have me move back there and then do my thing?
Yeah.
Because otherwise I could take a boost and just leap. Or I could leap
Oh,
and
yeah.
take a boost.
You can leap there without, or do you have to be? Does your car have to be adjacent to it, or do you just have
No,
to
I
leap on
can
it?
I can leap. Dude, I can leap far.
You can go. You can
can leap really far.
You can leap here,
I
and that won't count. But then you can leap here, and that will count as an action. But then you'll have enough to do this. So you could leap from here to here,
And then take that turn.
and then take that turn. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, so leap the free leap.
Yeah. So let me do the enemy dice
You
first.
gotta finish yours.
Oh, move south.
Boys,
Okay.
that was
Woo!
close. Good
I'm
thing
glad
you
I got
just
out
got
there.
out of there.
I'm
That's what
glad I
that's
got
for.
out of there. Okay. Cody, do you want to do your move now? So
I'm leaping.
So you're gonna leap.
My free leap.
So free leap
my
here.
Special ability.
And then you're gonna come right here, right?
Yes.
So you're gonna be on top of this enemy SUV.
Because I can leap 3. So I just do.
And your athletics is 3.
Does the SUV have to be adjacent to the tank?
At least 2 spaces away.
Okay, so we're still in good shape.
It just says at least 2.
And yours is still in good
Still
position.
at least 2. Great.
So I get to roll 3 of these.
You have to roll 3. You want me to boost you? Because then you'll have 5. Because he's got 3 and he needs 2.
Do you have a boost?
I don't.
I'd rather improve your odds. I'd rather improve your odds. So I'm gonna give you the boost. You get all 5 dice.
1, 2.
Oh, you crushed it.
There.
No, just 2, right?
2.
You only needed 2.
You only needed 2. So you got it.
Oh, perfect.
Success. Oh God. I was like, what's going on?
For a second, I thought I needed 3.
Oh,
yeah,
we got.
2.
Was it at 6 before? Or we got to go down one. I can't remember. You know. So
Well, how many have we done? We've done
2. We did 2, 3, and then I took a damage here. 3. So 2, 3, 4. So I guess we would be right here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
that was successful. You win on this round because you got out of the way.
yeah, but he still has to roll his enemy dice to see what the counter action would be. Enemy pegs. So there are no enemy pegs.
We took them out.
Because we took them out, because we're G's like that. So nothing happens, no harm, no foul. Now it's on to John Brotherton.
My car moves back 1.
At the end of the round, it will move back.
Okay, that's right.
Because it's unmanned?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so,
you can also leap back in as your first action.
so I can leap,
Correct.
no roll. So I go here, right?
Yes.
And now, for my second action, I do this guy.
Yes, you would do that.
So 2. I gotta remember that I can always re-roll 1.
You can re-roll 1, and you have the boost. So you got 2 dice.
2 dice, a boost, and a re-roll. Okay.
So you got the 2. You got it. So if you want to boost yourself up, if you want to do a re-roll first, and
But
not
shouldn't
waste
I
your-
always re-roll
Yes.
first?
Yeah,
Would that be the way
it's
to
free.
go? Because it's free, right?
There you
So
go.
you got 3. So
Keep the boost.
another one. They're taking out our tank. My accent's going away too.
Yeah. Does he stay here, or does the SUV get ram it? In other
It
words,
doesn't say that you move.
Okay.
Yeah. So you still.
I'm there. Is my car unmanned?
Your car is unmanned.
But if there's an SUV in the way, what happens there?
Well, this is a good question.
where
You know what?
bumpers come
Actually, we would just move you diagonal because that would be the
Okay,
next
so you
adjacent
still have to
space.
move back,
Yes.
no matter what. Okay.
So this stunt is done.
done.
We tank is down to 4. You got to roll your enemy dice now to see what the counter action would be. Right there, brother. Enemy SUV. You know, you guys already kind of commandeer these vehicles.
So if we have the pegs on them, they can't do anything?
That's a very gray area. You know what?
That is a gray area because we have them. We
Well-
hijacked them.
You know what we'll do is it's already close to your vehicle, so it only moves towards the active player. It's already there, so I'm just gonna leave it. If we got that wrong, guys, I'm sorry, but that's just kind of how I view it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is the end of the round. So we're gonna move these 2 stun cards down. Last stun card here, which is the kill shot. So if we find ourselves,
Ooh, 4. Okay.
we can
That's a lot of damage.
We can get ourselves in a position. 4 would take it out.
4 will take it out.
4 will win. We win. So let's get ourselves in. So for this, who has the best control rating? So I got
I've
4.
got 4.
We both got 4. So
Not
I think,
me.
Good position to be in.
Not me. So
let's get you. Oh, so your car came back
what
here.
if I did this? I go first to get an extra boost, and then on each of your turns, I can give you a boost to put you guys in a better position to actually execute.
You see, the thing is, you have to leap back into your car first, and then you'd have to go, because you're back here now, because your unmanned vehicle moved back 1 space. So
Okay.
you can either just leave it, or you can either just leave it like this, or but we
because
have
you
to,
both have to get in position?
yes. So
So this has to be the 2 of you.
because
Can't be me.
we got the best odds.
Because you
of
guys
all
are
time.
the best
yes.
odds. So I need to get out of the way.
You need to pull out.
So it's okay.
In order to move my car, I got to get my peg back on my car.
So yeah, so I think, John, I think what we do, you get back in your car, and I think just get up out of here, out of the way.
Yep.
As my first action, I'll just get in position. I'll just go for it. I mean,
Yeah.
I have a 4 control.
Absolutely.
I think
Totally.
the odds are pretty good.
Totally.
And if we don't get that first time, then
John gets out, but you need
But
to
you both
pull
have-
into that position so it
Yeah.
leaves me spat
But you
space.
both have to be there.
we
before-
both have to be there. So what I'll do is I'll get in position, and I'll grab a boost, as my 2 actions, you can do the same thing, get a boost, and then by the next round, hopefully we can take this tank out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or
So
yeah.
I need to 1.
There you go. Back in the car, Dom.
And then 2, I just move where I out of the way.
Yeah, I would just
Up to 5.
Yeah, up to 5.
2, 3. All right. But don't I still want to kind of stay in range because?
Yeah, you still want to be close by because we don't want to assume that this is all going to be
Yep.
instantly successful. And now you have your enemy dice here, Owen Shaw's. So it moves south, it can't move any further south, so it's just driving on the shoulder at this point, which, you know, that happens to the best of us, but sorry, Owen Shaw.
Did you move back a space your turn, by the way? Because you're out of your vehicle.
Oh, he did, so he needs to
So
be.
you actually are already in position, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
So we need to have you go first then,
Okay.
so you can move back. Or you gotta leap back into your car, which doesn't cost you an action.
Yeah, that's my
So-
special ability.
So you're in your
Back
car.
in the car. And I need to roll. I need to get 3, but I get to roll.
So you may want to roll back 1 first, so that I can get
All
myself
right.
in
So my
position.
free move, then first action, and then second action.
Take a boost.
Grab a boost.
Right?
Grab my boost.
Yeah. Because maybe I'm in position, maybe you want to boost me, and maybe I can just try
Right.
to take this thing
So
out.
then I'm done.
Yes.
So I need to do this.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Do not go north, boys.
Right.
Please no.
Do not go
Please no.
south.
Okay, still on the shoulders. Okay, we're good. We're good. Nothing happened. All right. So now it's time for my action. You know, the dice don't
That's a
lie.
north. That's a north,
No.
people. It's a north. I hate to
Oh,
say
no. We were so close.
it. It was a north.
Okay, so if that happens, I believe you get inflicted 3 damage, but you get to do a defense roll. It's our first defense roll
Yeah,
of
we
the
got
whole
it.
thing. You only have 1 defense. You get to roll 1 dice.
I was like, wait a second.
Wait a minute.
So you get to roll 1 dice.
I only get
You only get
one
Only
defense.
1 defense, man.
So if
That's
we're
it.
playing Monopoly, Cody cannot be the banker.
What do I? No, definitely not. Definitely not. All right. So I need to get the 1.
Yes.
I get to roll to survive.
Yeah, so basically
Damage.
this kind of pushes you down this way. So you got to roll that to negate the 3. So whatever, just roll any number. Otherwise you have 3 damage. But it's not the end of the world. You rolled a 2, so you only lost 2. So
That was
you only
best
lost
case
1.
scenario, right?
So that means you just lost 1 damage.
Okay.
You're fine here.
All right.
Now, here's the great thing about, we still have a chance to end this game right here because I can move here, but also my special skill allows me to swap positions with an adjacent enemy SUV.
Amazing.
Which means I don't spend a turn doing that. So I'm gonna go right here
And here we are in position.
and I'm gonna get in position to hopefully take this tank out. Do one of you guys want to?
Yes, we need to give you a boost.
Give me a
right?
boost. So I have a control of 4 anyway, so 1 boost would give me 5. So either
you
one of
go.
you want to do it.
Which is the maximum.
Yes.
It doesn't make sense for me to do anything.
So I need
You
it.
keep it because you have a better athleticism. If we don't get it, we want you on the next or control.
So I need a 3 or better. Look at
you
it. I got
crushed
it. Look at it.
Wow.
Look at
3,
it.
4,
And just
6.
like that. Just like that. We sent it over the edge. It was driving on the shoulder before, like.
I didn't even need to do anything. You finish them off.
And just like that, Han, there is
Yes.
justice for Han. You know why? Because Han took out the tank. Because that's what Han Solo does. So that's it, guys. We just won.
Dude.
So
Sweet,
Brian
man.
Kirk, I'm sorry. Today's not your day to be
Right
us. And we even went more difficult. We did less stunt cards, which makes it more.
We play a lot of board games, and there's always someone who might be a little butthurt at the end of the night because they were that close to winning and they didn't win. And this is a situation where keeping everybody on the same page is like,
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
keeps
have
everyone
in mind
harmony.
too, this was just tank assault.
Right.
Yeah. So there's 2 other
This is
scenarios.
3 games in 1,
Hey,
essentially.
if you guys
We
want to
didn't
come
play
back sometime, you want to do
helicopter.
some more scenarios, I'm
the
always
other one.
down to roll with you guys.
Yeah, dude, absolutely.
That was pretty awesome.
I love that. So for all of you watching, thank you so much. And also, this game comes out on May 20th. So I'm not sure when this video is airing, so it might be before, might be after. Probably wondering where you can pick it up. Go to Amazon.com, go to your local game store. It is available for pre-order on Amazon right now, or go to FunkoGames.com and check out their entire catalog. They got a Back to the Future game. They got a bunch of other really cool
amazing.
stuff. You know, Funko gets the really cool licenses. They still don't have pop figures of any of us. I don't think you have one.
No, I don't.
There should be at least a Shepherd, a Dr. Harmon from Fuller House.
come
you know what
on.
I mean? Come on. You should have at least
Officer Brad Hamilton from The Conjuring.
Yes, with the mustache.
Yes.
That would be the best mustache ever in Funko history. Funko, what are you guys doing? There should be one of Cody Walker too. The male racer from Furious 7, I mean, I don't know if he really needs one. The shirt I wore wasn't the most fashionable choice, so we can leave that one out for now. But yeah, anyways. Where can people find you on social media if they want to keep up with what you're doing?
On Instagram, I'm most active on Instagram. It's just Cody B. Walker, my middle initial. Cody B. Walker on Instagram. And
I'm John Brotherton. That's
John,
it.
so follow these two. You guys are always up to something really cool, whether it's something on screen, whether it's something charitable, because we come together to, you know, support Reach Out Worldwide. And also, you know, our friends at the Purist Group, you know, the little nods to our guys there. So we're always doing some outreach, but also just, it was great to just get together, you guys. I haven't seen you guys.
I know, pretty awesome.
Yeah.
The other thing I really enjoy about this is you can kind of, you know, turn up or down the skill level, the amount of stunt cards, which players you use, which cars you use. You know, like Dominant's obviously a very great player. You know, if things start getting too easy, you kind of, you know, you choose a different player that doesn't have, you know, the same skill set.
it's extremely variable.
Yeah, man, that's pretty cool.
And it's cool because
Replayability would be
Right,
high.
totally, because you can have a completely different scenario next time.
And in the Chopper scenario, which is a nod to Fast 7, there's actually a Ramsey token. Ramsey, who's played by our good friend Natalie Emanuel, who we love and everybody loves. There's a Ramsey token that actually helps you out, just like in Part 7 when Ramsey came in and was like the X Factor.
Oh, that's right.
So they did do to Funko's credit, they did do their homework. They did, I feel like, paid a pretty good homage
For sure.
to Fast Furious without impeding on the actors' likenesses for legal reasons, which I probably should have mentioned, but we all know what's going on. But anyways, everybody, thank you so much for watching. And if you watched our unboxing video, or if you haven't watched our unboxing video, go check that out too. I don't know why. It's like the prequel to this. Like, you know, if you watch the prequel to Star Wars, maybe watch the prequel to us taking out the tank. Or don't. I mean, whatever you feel like doing. I just thought
It's a sexy game.
It is. It is. So
like the little figurines.
I'll make sure you two go home with some copies so you can play with your families and everything, and maybe we'll get together again and do another scenario.
For sure.
But
love that.
until then, you know, I'm going to say goodbye to my bros right here and say goodbye to all of you. On behalf of everybody here at this table, everybody at GEGGHEAD and Funko Games, we wish you all a very good evening and good game. Stay fast, but not furious.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.